enslavement. Over 100 years, we have suffered marginalization, and we have seen worse than the apartheid in South Africa. Today, Biafra person cannot be a president in Nigeria. Biafra do not have seaport. Biafra do not have the presence of any embassy. Biafra do not have any office or any presence of multinational corporation. Biafra do not have any headquarters of any world class organization. Biafra land do not have the presence of the Nigeria's federal government. Biafra land do not have roads. Biafra do not have school. Biafra land do not have hospital. Biafra do not have social amenities. Biafra do not have any presence of Nigeria state within our land. This is not something that started yesterday. This has been the result of the marginalization, discrimination with impunity, the dangerous diversity of the Nigeria state, that Biafra people is unfortunately being part of Nigeria. This is a mistake that British government have done, and will continue to hold the British government accountable. Will continue to blame them until the day Biafra will finally gain its freedom from Nigeria. The British
they are crying. They will not cry in the public, but I watch their cry in the mirror every day. They cry. For the past few days, they have been having meeting. How to approach Simon Ekpa. How to negotiate with Simon Ekpa. I am saying it openly this evening on this space. I am not open for negotiation, and no Biafra person serving under Biafra government is open for negotiation. If I hear that you are talking to anybody back home, you are out of the government. Our talk with them will start by pulling the military out of Biafra street. Our talk with them will start when we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walking freely out of the DSS dungeon. That is the term and condition of negotiation. Apart from that, we will give you ×3 of what we have given you before.
Yes, my deputy PM, I want to ask this question as a Biafran, as a concerned citizen of Biafra. I also ask this question as a citizen who wants this government to succeed. And I'm also asking this question as a member of BWOC, Biafran Writers of Conscience. Before I forget, my deputy PM, you made mention of having a call with one of the administrators, or do I say brother to a governor in that contraction called Nigeria. And I don't know how that will sound in the ears of Biafrans. Please, is that wise to call or make call or allow your phone number to be with the terrorist Nigerian state administrators?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, this guy, he was my schoolmate. Actually, we were all in Uniben together, Pedro Abaseki. So he is my friend. But the thing is that he's championing this Edo course and all that. And then he called to tell me that Urobo Isoko is not, it shouldn't be part of Biafra. But remember, Biafra has Urobo Isoko state. So all I explained to him is that if he wants, I'm going to give him the administrator of Urobo Isoko state, and they can have that chat among themselves. Yeah. But there's nothing to worry. I mean, we're schoolmates at Uniben, and we reach out to each other every now and then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you oblige me, I have like 5 pressing questions that I believe Biafrans as well will like me to ask you.
Ex-Brgie cabinet members, the criminal lobbyists, that are parading with them in the name of trying to restore Biafra. Biafra's already stopped them on their track. That is why they don't go. They can't move anywhere. Not when some of us. Not when some of us. So
Exactly.
Nigerian government, I promise you today, the money you are giving to is a waste because they cannot go anywhere. They can't go far. Once they take one step, we are taking 5 steps ahead of them.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence is a just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. We can't promise because the politics is not a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is not always served, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people, and at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim, and it's an honor to be working with you on this, and we appreciate your lending, your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical. So thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, and dear Biafrans in the United States and around the world. My name is Elias Gerasulis, and I am a good friend and colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than just your lobbyists. We are fellow freedom fighters in the struggle for the liberation by Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots in the Biafran Defense Forces are securing your freedom on the homeland, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield here in Washington, D.C. And we will make sure that all these U.S. officials, all these congressmen and senators understand that the Biafran independence movement is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, the very same one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in this struggle, not only because of my belief in the Biafran cause, but my belief in His Excellency, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew that instinctively that he was a man of destiny and that he will have a very important impact in Africa in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. Already, the Prime Minister has made remarkable progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system in many ways. The Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum. He has done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world. And I think by establishing a proper Biafran lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think they understand the United States starts to give Congressman Moran's voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Lawyers, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. This particular appearance today is just to present you to the Biafrans in the United States. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It is now that we go out there and do what we know how to do best for the interest of Biafra.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It's our honor, and we look forward to serving you in the cause. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Mr.
We are fighting a very different war with Nigeria terrorist state, and they are confessing. Have you ever, in the history of Nigeria, have you ever, even during the war, it was only during the war, actually, that the issue of Biafra was discussed at the National Assembly, and the entire security chief are crying. I have a military experience. We are training the Biafra fighters, and they are engaging Nigeria in a very systematic war that they have never fought before. I didn't say it. You can hear it from the horse's mouth. Musa have cried several times, and let me tell you, if they think that in self-defense is a crime, they should go and read international law. Because the point is that nomadic system have taken over, and nobody is thinking correctly in Nigeria anymore. You come and kill people and expect them to defend themselves. We are defending ourselves. And like I said, if I have access to bomb today that will go to Asoro, I will first of all engage Asoro.
I have a friend here in America who lost his father 2 years ago from Olo area, and lost a brother early this year. And none of them, they've not been able to do any funeral because nobody can go home.
Okay.
And there are so many places like that in the Southeast. Is that a good thing?
Well, I should be asking you, how are the burial taking place in other parts of Nigeria?
No, the way people are reading this, they are saying that it's a consequence of this confrontation with the Nigerian authorities.
So how is this confrontation making people not to have burial in Biafra land? Can you explain?
Because it's not safe. That's what they said. That's why he hasn't gone.
Who is making it not to be safe? Why are you laughing? No, I want to. You say this is a discussion, right?
No, we're having a conversation.
If you cannot answer, let me explain how.
I want you to tell me.
You want to answer?
No, this is what they said. This is what they said.
Okay, so this is what they say. But what about you? What about you? What about your opinion? What do you think is the reason for not having burial?
No, I don't have. I go home. I don't have.
Okay, so can I explain now? Can I explain the reason?
Yeah, give us the reason.
All right. The reason is because the Nigerian terrorist army and police have been killing our people for many years, even before I joined the Biafra struggle. They killed them in Aba, where they went to pray, and over 150 officially was announced. Over 150 people were killed in cold blood. Nobody asked questions. Nobody, was held responsible until today. They went to Mazen Amikano's house, bombed everywhere, killed people there. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was held accountable. They went to Nkpo and killed, and these people they are killing never raised a gun against them, right? They were only having flag. They killed in Enugu. They killed in Ebonyi. So when Mazen Amikano was kidnapped, they went to Kenya to kidnap him against international law, and I took over from there. And you know what I said in the first place? I said, under my leadership in this Biafra movement, you can never kill Biafra again and go free in Biafra land. So I raised an army called the Biafra Liberation Army to confront these killers. And these killers, some of them are repentant Boko Haram. So they recruit them, push them to Biafra land, and people are not talking about that. And when they go to villages, they open RPG or GPMG, and they start spraying bullets. Even fowls are getting killed. So I said, under my leadership, under this Biafra movement, Nigeria can never kill any Biafra again and live to tell the story. So we raised the Biafra Liberation Army to deal with them, and they are neutralizing them. So when they neutralize them, what do? They will come after the villagers. And let me tell you, is that the kind of country you want to be proud of? Where you have people carrying guns, defending their land, and instead of them to go after those people that are defending the land, they will go against innocent people. These are the reasons why people are not coming for burial. So tell it the way it is. So, and it is not my fault. It is not my fault. It is not the fault of Biafra. It is the fault of the Nigerian terrorist army who cannot confront the Biafra Liberation Army, but confront innocent people. And why they are doing it is so that we lay down our guns, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. That knowing that this is how they operate, if we believe the story you just told, this is how they operate. The question is the best thing to continue to have them kill villagers if we believe this story?
We are neutral. Believe me, there is no any other better way. This is the best way. If you have any other better way, tell me. The better way is what we are doing now is the better way. When they come to kill our people, we kill them first. And if they come, we will resist them as much as we can. And let me tell you, it will continue like that until none of them will be in Biafra land. It is called attrition. War of attrition. You know, the chief of army staff said that what they are fighting is called the jungle warfare and asymmetric warfare. No, I am not fighting asymmetric warfare with them. I am defending Biafra people, and what we have actually declared now is war of attrition. Go and Google it. It is, you are going to be fighting until nobody is remaining, and it is not going to be on our side.
When they tell you that people are suffering in Biafra, you think that they actually care because people are suffering? The answer is no. No, they don't care shit about you. Sorry about my language. They don't care. These people don't care if you die. How many people have died in northern Nigeria? Do they care? Are they not human beings? Are they not Nigerians again? Do you see them showing any concern? The answer is no. They share concern in the southeast. Oh, people are dying for sit at home. No! They actually understand the consequences of the sit at home as a vote of no confidence and as a loss of territory and legitimacy to the Biafra people. That's what they are shouting about. Not because of you. The people that threaten to lock your shop if you don't open, does that show care? So what sense does it make? If you did not open your shop, we are going to lock it. So is that how to show you love? That you must open your shop, otherwise they are going to lock it. They are actually threatening you, doing the thing they are accusing Biafra of doing. So if you do not open your shop, we are going to lock it. And if you open one and you don't open, they will lock it for 1 month. You will never, they will see your shop forever, and you will not sell again. Does that show you that they actually love you? So if somebody who actually cares that you are not going to shop to make money, is it by locking it up if you don't go? The answer is no, because they never care. They only care about restoring this particular integrity they have lost to the Biafra government. That's all.
Wonderful APM, the Tokinado APM, the silent engine.
Konaka.
Does the things behind the scene, and the enemies of Biafra sees the result in the limelight. We salute you. We appreciate all you do. And you're welcome to Aludo. Aludo Kwenu.
Yeah.
Aludo Kwenu.
Wow.
Aludo Kwenu.
Wow.
Aludo Kwenu. APM, over to you. Unmute yourself, sir, and take the stage, APM.
The Honorable Minister of Information, please accept my apology. It's just from one thing to another, from meeting to meeting. But no matter what happened, we must be here. Now we are here. Is that correct?
Yes, so now we are here.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you, fellow citizens from Aludo. Thank you very much. Thank you for your steadfastness, your resolute, and all genuine freedom fighters. Thank you from here and there. And I must recommend that Ludo. I believe this is the fourth or fifth town hall meeting this year, correct?
Seventh.
Seven. All right. Ludo, at least all other states have to copy this example, please. And our town hall meeting is where we gather to discuss the issue of Biafra, where we also have the privilege to answer some questions. And at the same time, it's gathering of brothers, you know, and especially now that we are in critical time, we all need each other back. We always want to gather like this. And this is this is how the church leaders able to manipulate and use their followers, because they engage them from week to week. You will be surprised that some church, they have service 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 5 days a week. Do you know the reason why? They occupy everything about you. They cage you. You will find some gathering that you will find some churches on Monday after Sunday service. Monday will be book study. Tuesday, they will name it something else. Wednesday will be maybe people that want to get married or whatever, single for single, worshiping, single brothers and sisters. Then Thursday, then Friday, probably going to be night vigil. Before you know, all your week, we will walk around the activity of that congregation. And by so doing, this church, they will blend together and know each other. So, and our town hall meeting, why I use that as a case study, our town hall meeting, the more we meet, the more we share our views, the more we know how we are doing, how to move forward, how each state is doing. It's really encouraging. Please, other states need to copy, because now we really need to checkmate everyone to know those that stay with us and those that are not with us, and those that are falling apart. And it's really important. Like yesterday, we have our fundraising, and today again we gather. So this is gatherings of brothers and sisters, especially this time. Thank you all. Our leaders before us, we always remember them, and we appreciate everything they have done for us. Our leader Juku and our leader Philip Efiam, we appreciate their sacrifice, because they really open our eyes, so that the agenda of Osman and Fodio from 1804, our leaders open our eyes so that so the agenda of the Fulani, their grandmaster Osman will not be able to, so they won't be able to carry out the agenda, that is to Islamize us, take over our land, or kill us, or chase us to Lagoon, or chase us to Ambazonia, even if Ambazonia will allow us in. Talk less of Cameroon. Ambazonia, on the other side, we all know they are fighting for their own survival. And the Duduwa Republic, we can't even run there. Is it the north where they are killing us? Back over 100 years now, our people will be running scatter from north. So we appreciate our leader, Ojukwu and Philip from that show us the way what to do. And also Owazurike, just that Owazurike sold out because he was sabotaged, but he could have stand as a man and fight to the end. I don't know what's going on with him. If he really true genuine freedom fighter, no matter what, by now, after over 10, 15 years, he's supposed to have made a U-turn and embraced the freedom that he believed in once upon a time. But since he haven't done that, we know the agreement he have with the terrorist country called Nigeria. Wazirike, if you are listening, wherever you are, shame unto you for now. you know, we are so disappointed in you because you are not a true, genuine freedom fighter. A true, genuine freedom fighter can never surrender, no matter what, no matter the pressure, no retreat, no surrender. If you can't fight from the homeland, fight from exile. That's what Wazirike supposed to do. But shame unto him upon the mistakes, everything he have gone through. He actually fought against our leader, Mazin Namdekan. Wazirike, make a U-turn, do what is right, and apologize to Biafran people. Come back on board if you're a true born Biafra. If you're not, our leader, Mazin Namdekan, we appreciate him. Just like I just mentioned and talked about Wazirike. If Wazirike had been if our leader had been Wazirike, he would surrender. But Wazirike, once he heard that, oh, all the whole commanders he just say hands up and collect money. Actually, he's a criminal. If not, he will not even accept that money. Because once they release him, he start building hotel everywhere. That guy is a scammer. You know, I will not forgive him until he do what is right and come and apologize to Biafrans and fight the fight that he start from Mazov. A true soldier, a true freedom fighter never sabotages people. What he did is a sabotage. That's why we keep calling his name lately, because he resurrected the movement. That is the credit we are giving him, because he resurrected the movement after the genocidal war. And our leader, Mazin Namdekan, what we are doing is what we free him. If we depend on that failed shithole country called Nigeria, it will only be by miracle for them to release him. So our activity, our Prime Minister Moses Simon Ebo always said, our activity is what we release our leader Mazin Namdekan. Just like the testimony that was submitted to human rights
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in they came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place. Tell me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant.
Wonderful.
From week to week, you will be surprised that some church, they have service 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 5 days a week. Do you know the reason why? They occupy everything about you. They cage you. You will find some gathering that you will find some churches on Monday after Sunday service. Monday will be book study. Tuesday, they will name it something else. Wednesday will be maybe people that want to get married or whatever, single for single, worshiping, single brothers and sisters. Then Thursday, then Friday, probably going to be night vigil. Before you know, all your week, we will walk around the activity of that congregation. And by so doing, this church, they will blend together and know each other. So, and our town hall meeting, why I use that as a case study, our town hall meeting, the more we meet, the more we share our views, the more we know how we are doing, how to move forward, how each state is doing. It's really encouraging. Please, other states need to copy, because now we really need to checkmate everyone to know those that stay with us and those that are not with us, and those that are falling apart. And it's really important. Like yesterday, we have our fundraising, and today again we gather. So this is gatherings of brothers and sisters, especially this time. Thank you all. Our leaders before us, we always remember them, and we appreciate everything they have done for us. Our leader Ojukwu and our leader Philip Efiong, we appreciate their sacrifice, because they really open our eyes, so that the agenda of Osman and Fodio from 1804, our leaders open our eyes so that so the agenda of the Fulani, their grandmaster Osman will not be able to, so they won't be able to carry out the agenda, that is to Islamize us, take over our land, or kill us, or chase us to Lagoon, or chase us to Ambazonia. Even if Ambazonia will allow us in. Talk less of Cameroon. Ambazonia, on the other side, we all know they are fighting for their own survival. And the Oduduwa Republic, we can't even run there. Is it the north where they are killing us? Back over 100 years now, our people will be running helter-skelter from north. So we appreciate our leader, Ojukwu and Philip Efiong, that show us the way what to do. And also Owazurike, just that Owazurike sold out because he was sabotaged, but he could have stand as a man and fight to the end. I don't know what's going on with him. If he really true, genuine freedom fighter, no matter what, by now, after over 10, 15 years, he's supposed to have made a U-turn and embrace the freedom that he believed in once upon a time. But since he haven't done that, who know the agreement he have with the terrorist country called Nigeria? Wazirike, if you are listening, wherever you are, shame unto you for now. We are so disappointed in you, because you are not a true, genuine freedom fighter. A true, genuine freedom fighter can never sow that, no matter what, no matter the pressure, no retreat, no surrender. If you can't fight from the homeland, fight from exile. That's what Wazirike is supposed to do. But shame unto him upon the mistakes, everything he have gone through. He actually fought against our leader, Mazin Amdekan. Wazirike, make a U-turn, do what is right, and apologize to Biafran people. Come back on board if you're a true born Biafra. If you're not, our leader, Mazin Namdekano, we appreciate him, just like I just mentioned and talked about Wazirike. If Wazirike have been if our leader have been over Wazirike, who is surrendered. But Wazirike, once he heard that, all the whole commanders they just say hands up and collect money. Actually, he's a criminal. If not, he will not even accept that money. Because once they release him, he start building hotel everywhere. That guy is a scammer. I will not forgive him until he do what is right and come and apologize to Biafrans and fight the fight that he start from Mazov. A true soldier, a true freedom fighter never sabotages people. What he did is a sabotage. That's why we keep calling his name lately. because he resurrected the movement. That is the credit we are giving him, because he resurrected the movement after the genocidal war. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what we are doing is what we free him. If we depend on that failed shithole country called Nigeria, it will only be by miracle for them to release him. So our activity, our Prime Minister Moses Simon Ebo always said, our activity is what we release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just like the testimony that was submitted to human rights congressional Congress just a few weeks ago, that exposes Nigeria more. That exposes the atrocity Nigeria have committed towards the Biafran people. We will destroy Nigeria from Washington here, because so far, last time I checked, last time we Biafran checked, United States of America still remain the leader of the free world. They are still the boss, whether you like it or not, whether Russia like it or not, whether China like it or not. They are on top. It's their time. So, and we respect their leadership. We always pray that they will do the right thing. And we believe that they will not fall too cheap to support a terrorist country, because if they do, that means they don't practice what they preach and know how the system works. And remember, America, they are Maradona as well. They know how to play the political game than we do. So please, we still have high hope coming from Washington, D.C. And I also want to use this opportunity to let Biafra know that very soon we have a more serious meeting and engagement we'll be having in Washington. You know, not everything will be on social media, but anything, whatever that will be for public consumption or for Biafran people to know about, we will. Because the sabotage is too much. We have enemy that surround us front and back. So we are trading with caution. So we have to be careful. And we appreciate so far the step that United States of America have taken to let Nigeria know that they will be held accountable. Yeah. For now, I don't think that Nigeria have more say in United States of America here. So very soon we'll be having more engagement that we Biafra will be happy to hear the outcome. It's cooking, but the Nigerian terrorists, they cannot smell what we are cooking. But we Biafrans can smell it. You can smell it. Biafra is here. I always use that word, Biafra is here, because my spirit is so high, seeing what is going on, seeing the result from Washington, D.C. I'm, positively happy about how everything is going. For what happened in Finland, that's supposed to also help us to wisen up, to know that if what we are doing is not effective, why do you think the EU collaborated or colluded with Finland and Nigeria to call our Prime Minister for so-called question? Ask yourself, since our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, have you heard any news or from anywhere that China Sanwo-Olu, the Nigerian government, have put bounty on his head, or they are looking for him, or even I believe China live in Kuwait or somewhere? Have any news that these people, like if they are a threat to Nigeria? They always travel to Nigeria every time. So that tells you that they are nobody. That tells you that they are working with the Nigerian terrorist state. And what about what is this other useless that live in where we call a Mamma to live in Switzerland? What is his name again? These fools like this, you easily forget about their name because they are just nobody. Chike Doziem do travel to Nigeria. Why haven't he been arrested? Or have you ever heard that they are looking for Chike Doziem? That tells you that these people, they are not fighting for Biafra. So two grandmasters that they are holding right now, our leader Mazi Nandikan, because he's genuinely fighting for his people's freedom. That is why he was kidnapped. He was not kidnapped so that they would treat him like king. They kidnapped him to stop the freedom that he's fighting for, to stop this great cause. That is the reason why they kidnapped him. And they call our prime minister for so-called questioning to stop our declaration and to also stop our freedom. So that will tell you who is on the right path. So we always want to be careful and tread with caution. And for the propaganda that was flying this week about the armed proposal that Nigeria submit to United States, any country can approach United States, say they want to buy arms from them. Then they will take your paperwork or they will acknowledge it. That don't mean that they approve it. There is a process. A lot of countries, when they do something like that, they are denying. So Nigeria now, US now will thoroughly look into this terrorist country called Nigeria case and see if they will sell the arms to Nigeria or not. Congress will block it. So, and by the grace of Chukwukikabia, our God, we have our lobby. They are familiar with Washington and the game and the politics, how he played it. And Jim Mora, he's about the thinking that any relation, that their relationship with America would be so strong like before, whatever, is not going to happen. So please just keep doing what you are doing, keep fighting. We appreciate everyone. We are the night hour. We are very, very, very close. I know what I'm talking about. Very close. Even when I spoke with our prime minister yesterday morning, Saturday. Yeah. So, he actually he put it that where he is now, he's in school. So he's learning a lot. After he concluded, he was saying history, CIS. He said he's in school, so he learned more. He got to know more. And with this period of time, all the sabos just exposed. All of them. These are the same people that said the prime minister cannot talk to me. He's angry with me. He can't even call me. So he called. Yeah. So not everything I will say, but I'll tell you that we are in the right path. And if you look at the other side, all they do is to lie. They are not, they say something today, tomorrow they're doing something else. After everything, how they try to bring me down, and I don't know, they believe they made me who I am. They did not. If I did not accept the APM, who among them? Is he a man, mother Abu that hardly bring his face, that even don't want to show his face on media? Is he a man, mother Abu that is so scared? Is he a man, mother Abu that liar Muhammad of Saboteur? Or is it the tomboy woman called Chioma that manipulate, that would like to sit you for 2-3 hours to lecture you, dominate you, try to control you? Or is it who? Joy Irobi? While we are in Finland, Joy Irobi came to me putting pressure that I should go and work with Ngozi, the same Joy Irobi. He even said that she will never forgive me, Joy Irobi, that she will never forgive me because I refuse to bow down to Ngozi, the same Joy Irobi. In Finland, she even like kneeling down, begging me, the same Joy Irobi. Biafrans, what do you think would have happened if I have go to Ngozi, say, okay, Ngozi Kagis?
I welcome all of you to this tour of Belgium. I want everyone to understand that we have picking up guns to defend our land, and the gun is not going down until the Biafra is liberated from the Islamic State of Nigeria. For decades, Biafra people have been treated like slaves within the Nigeria enslavement. Over 100 years, we have suffered marginalization, and we have seen worse than the apartheid in South Africa. Today, Biafra person cannot be a president in Nigeria. Biafra do not have seaport. Biafra do not have the presence of any embassy. Biafra do not have any office or any presence of multinational corporation. Biafra do not have any headquarter of any world class organization. Biafra land do not have the presence of the Nigeria's federal government. Biafra land do not have roads. Biafra do not have school. Biafra land do not have hospital. Biafra do not have social amenities. Biafra do not have any presence of Nigeria state within our land. This is not something that started yesterday. This has been the result of the marginalization, discrimination with impunity, the dangerous diversity of the Nigeria state that Biafra people is unfortunately being part of Nigeria. This is a mistake that British government have done, and will continue to hold the British government accountable. Will continue to blame them until the day Biafra will finally gain its freedom from Nigeria. The British, out of their selfish interest, joined people that have nothing in common together, and they begin to compete among themselves, religious-wise, economic-wise, educational-wise, and cultural-wise. And this whole combination of this pull apart from each other become a dangerous diversity that we suffer today. Biafra people embraced Christianity. Christianity preached about love of one another. Christianity preached about do not harm your fellow human. We embrace Christianity. Our cultural and traditional religion also preach the same. Do not harm any person that is your close relative, your friends, extended families, and even foreigners and strangers. This is what our value system is all about. We embraced the foreign god and become even more radical than them. And then as time goes on, we begin to see the Islamic State, we begin to see the Fulanis coming with aggression, coming with terrorists, coming with terrorism, attacking and killing Biafrans since 1945. This led to the declaration of Biafra by Chief Odumegwu 67. Nigeria, being a dangerous diversity, witnessed coup upon coup, military coup upon military coup, and as this was going on, Simon Ekpa was not born. From 1967 to 1970, as Biafra struggled to exit Nigeria because they feel that their life is being threatened and their future and existence is being under attack. They fought a brutal war. Simon Ekpa was not born by then. After 1967 to 70 war, Nigeria declared that it was a no victor, no vanquish. By then, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu was in exile. At the end of the day, he came back. He was celebrated because the decision, he saw what many people did not see. The people who fought Ojukwu today is being massacred in their villages. Gowon is one of them. Gowon village has witnessed the highest IDP camp within the Nigeria state. He didn't see this coming today. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1970. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1979. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1980. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1981. Was not born in 1982. Was not born in 1983. Was not born in 1984. Simon Ekpa was born in 1985. In 1982 to 1984, a man called Buhari planned coup against Nigeria. Out of this dangerous diversity, he became a military dictator under military rule in Nigeria. It was not as a result of Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was not born. People are not asking questions. Why are there this coup upon coup upon coup within the Nigeria state being carried out by North and of course Yorubas? But whenever this coup happens, and if there is one single Igbo man in this coup, or one single Calabar man, or one single Ijaw man in this coup, it becomes Igbo coup. After that, this man called Buhari committed many atrocities, including an international crime. 1984, they kidnapped a man called Omar Diko from London because he believed, as a Fulani man, he doesn't respect law, not the law of his own country, not the law of any other country. He came back after many years to become a civilian president with impunity. This same man went to Kenya and kidnapped the current leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, there has been killing and killing since 1999 by the group led by Wazirike. Simon Ekpa was not part of it. From 1999, Wazirike Mossop members was massacred in cold blood, killed at every given opportunity with stray bullet, straight shooting, live bullet by the Nigeria state. Simon Ekpa was not part of Biafra then, at least not part of the agitation for Biafra. The same Wazirike Mossop gave birth to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, indigenous people of Biafra, and still the killings of Biafra continued. In all these things that were going on, nobody summoned the courage to resist the killings of the Biafra agitators. In 2020, the Fulani killings and upsurge of terrorists become a thing of concern across the Nigeria state, across the entire Africa. They were ranked the number 4 most deadliest terrorist group in the world. And because our people become helpless and nobody was speaking for them, and none of these people who call themselves leaders from the eastern part of Nigeria were making any move to protect the women and children from Biafra territory. It was what gave the birth to the formation of the Eastern Security Network.
Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and your location. I really appreciate everyone who have joined me this morning for this wonderful broadcast. And I say, welcome to the questionnaire, anchored by myself, Maazi David Nana. Before we proceed, I want each and every one of us to listen to what our leader, Ohamadike One, have to say.
I want IPOB to know tonight that being called a terrorist because you're fighting for your land and your nation is a badge of honor. It means you've arrived. It means the enemy is scared of what you're doing. And it means that you're succeeding at whatever thing that you're doing. Are you following me? If you are in freedom fighting anywhere in the world, and the people you're fighting have not come to refer to you as a terrorist, then that means you're not doing anything. That means you're not threatening the status quo.
That means you are not threatening the status quo. If you are fighting for your freedom and the people you are fighting castigated you, if they have not called you names, Mazin Nandi can say you should know that you are doing nothing. You have not threatened the status quo. He also wants you to know that if you are fighting and they are calling you names and they are calling you terrorist, he wants you to know that yes, it is a badge of honor. You should be very happy because you are threatening the status quo. That is why our APM is threatening the status quo. That is why they call him criminal. They call him saboteur. They say he's a Nigeria agent. They say he's working against our leader. They said he's working against our prime minister. They even say he's working with America against our freedom. That is because the activities and the actions of our APM, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, is threatening the Nigerian status quo. And that is why they come on social media, they call him all manner of names, they carry all manner of propaganda against him because he is doing the right thing, because he is threatening the status quo. Even those who are fighting the freedom with us, we also join to call you all manner of names because they know what you are doing is yielding result. But because of their hatred for you, because of their envy and jealousy, they will call you all manner of names. They will accuse you of even what you did not do. I want you to know our leader said it's a badge of honor. You should accept it in good faith because you are threatening the status quo. Because you are doing the right thing, you should not be shaken. Don't be discouraged because you are doing wonderfully well. That is why they call you all manner of names.
The removal of Azuka Charles Mwankwo. So I want to see how the one where we carry come do propaganda take come out, where we know the system on. Here now, this is the one of September. which PM was here, and then you see removal of Asuka, you see removal of Charles Nwankwo, which was the husband, you see the Annie Rejo, you see Josephine Eriwa, you see Ken Anekwe. Where is Simon Ekpa's name here? Why is it not shown that Simon Ekpa's name is removed or added? Why? Why is it not shown now? What happened? Why is it not shown? Okay. Propaganda machines. This is what you people have been using to do propaganda for the past 3 weeks, just to show how stupid you people are, just to show how evil you people are, just to show how deceitful you people are. You have used this to brainwash the entire Biafran people. That Isaiah Nyogo, aka APM, okay, Chukwunkere, that he has removed PM's name from the document of registration. And our General Secretary. But you cannot see any evidence of where the name is removed. You can see the evidences of the removal of Charles Nwankwo's name. Of course, Annie Reju Eriwa, Ken Anekwe, Ruby Nadi, Emma Madubum, and the addition of whose name was added there, Stephen. So why are you people not showing us where Simon Ekpa's name is written that his name was removed, removal of Simon Ekpa? What happened when we don't see that one? Abi, as they give another one, I tear that part come out from the U.S. Department of Justice. Now tear the document come out from the system. Hey, it's a shame, a very big shame. Forgive us for that. A very big shame that you take pleasure in doing propaganda to destroy the minds of people against Biafra. It's a very big shame.
A very big shame. Yes, a very big shame. They are calling the names of our APM against the people because our APM is doing the right thing. He is threatening the status quo, and that is why they are calling him names. Even in those who try to sabotage are calling him names. Why they are calling him names? Our APM is destroying the fabrics that is holding Nigeria together in Washington, D.C. It is what the APM and Brgie is doing in Washington, D.C. that is making Nigerians to start talking. You can see a lot of people are rising up to condemn the activities of their president, condemn the activities of the security agencies, now reveal the secret behind the funding of Boko Haram. It is because of what the APM and our government is doing in Washington, D.C. that is now motivating people, giving the people the courage to come out and speak, giving the people of Nigeria to come out and speak, because our APM is destroying Nigeria in Washington, D.C. I want you to understand that what our APM is doing is really paying. It's paying and yielding a lot of positive results. You can see people now call out to their president. You can see the American government hold Nigerian government accountable for their atrocities against the people. It is because of the actions and activities of our government that is now making people to speak out against the injustices, against our leader, against the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
You jail Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, another person will come out. Okay. Because that is the ideology. I keep saying Biafra is an ideology. The things the youths are seeing in the southeast is what drives them. You have in the southeast, they arrest young people, young boys, they charge them for terrorism, they call them IPOP, they lock them up. You arrest bandits in the north. You arrest terrorists in the north. And what do? You call them repentant. And you reintegrate them back into the society. What kind of justice system is that? So we must be honest with ourselves in this country. If we want peace, let us look at peace from the aspect of justice. Because any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard.
It's because of what our APM and the government is doing that is now encouraging people to come out and talk against the injustices that the Nigerian government is committing in our territory, and be able to reveal the secrets that are behind the funding of the Boko Haram, Fulani Westmen, ISWAP, the terrorists that are terrorizing the people. Because Biafran Republic government in exile is now speaking out in Washington, D.C., and the American government are also threatening sanctions upon sanctions on the terrorist Nigerian state. And the Nigerian people are now starting to open their mouth to speak.
Like the leader of that Boko Haram, I mean, the sum of about 431 million US dollars, right, was sent to him or wired to him for Boko Haram from the UAE and other Arab nations, which was used. This intelligence was shared to us by the United Arab Emirates.
How can investors come with this kind of thing, Mr. Okoro? Are you aware that this thing has gone viral all over the world? A sitting president of Nigeria, telling the whole world not to reveal his criminal records. What does that tell you? Mr. Okoro, can you do business with such a president when he comes to you and say, come and invest in my country? Can you? You can see the person demarketing Nigeria. You can see the person refusing investors to come into Nigeria, Mr. Okoro. Do you even know what is going on here? This man, he paid money. Somebody from US said that over $2 million is involved in this thing, just to stop somebody's record from being reviewed. If Mr. Tinubu had a very good record, Mr. Okoro, will he be going through this route? And that is the same man who is ruling Nigeria. It's not only the FBI, I hope you know. Yes, DEA is involved, Drug Enforcement Agency. You can see the kind of character that is presiding over our affairs in Nigeria, Mr. Okoro. Have you seen why things are not moving? Have you seen why Nigeria is where it is now? How can such a character represent good governance? Just tell me, how? Can you put something on nothing? No, can you put something on nothing and expect it to stand? The whole world should come to the aid of Nigeria. We are in a very big trouble in the hands of Tinubu. He has dealt with us in a manner unprecedented in the history of this country. Everything that is bad, everything that is obnoxious, everything that is illegal is what that man represents. Yet he's presiding over our affairs. How can we move forward? How can Nigeria survive in the hands of a man like that? Please, somebody should tell me. Is it possible? Can Nigeria ever get it right under Tinubu? Look at how much effort he's wasting. Trying to stop that record. How many times now? Since
time immemorial. But we, the Brgie government and our APM, are bringing that once again to Washington, D.C. senators, congressmen and women, for them to know what Nigeria is all about. Their president is a drug lord. Their vice president, founder of terrorist organization. It is the BRGIE and the APM, Honorable Ogechukwu that is making it to come to light at this particular time. And that is why you can see people are now coming up to speak against their president.
Nigerian governments have proven to us that they are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. They are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. And this is why terrorists go continue to kidnap innocent citizens, terrorize the whole country, killing our soldiers. And at the end of the day, they will be invited for peace talk. Tomorrow, they will still come out and contest for politics. And they will definitely become the president of the country. This is why terrorism and banditry have become the side jobs of the politicians. And they are all doing it and succeeding because the security agencies are not doing the needful. And the politicians are also not doing the needful, because I don't see a country like this where terrorists are forgiven, but freedom fighters are trapped to jail. What's the meaning of that? They go see come out and say they want gay peace talk, and both the security agencies and the politicians will be posing and taking pictures with them. Posing and taking pictures with them. Where is your conscience? Where is your conscience?
Nigerian government have no conscience. Biafrans, maybe tomorrow I will tell you who this soldier is. Nigerian government have no conscience. The actions and activities of BRGIE, our APM, is destroying the fabrics that holds that terrorist country together. I want Biafrans to understand that our APM, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, is doing exceptionally well in Washington, D.C. He is making sure that Biafran issue is discussed. He is making sure that the senators, the American policymakers are aware of what is happening in Biafran territory. As a messenger of Biafra, he is sending that message and delivering the message that our leader sent him to deliver. He is delivering the same message that our Prime Minister sent him to deliver. He is also carrying the messages of Biafrans all over the world to Washington, D.C. And that is why you saw the congressional briefing that happened. That is why you saw American government holding Finland and Nigeria accountable for the kidnapping of our leader, as well as the political detention of our Prime Minister. The reason why you see the news, both the Janjaweed news, the Zoo news media talking about Brgie, the activities of our APM and our government in relation to Biafra issue. That is why what you see playing out in Washington, D.C. So I want you to know that BRGIE is the only government that is speaking for the Biafran people, and the BRGI APM Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere is doing the needful to make sure that Biafra issue is discussed in world circles. So my wonderful Biafrans, your responsibility is to continue to support our government, continue to support our APM, to make sure that he continue to create that awareness, and Biafra will be restored in our time. Very, very important. Having said that, I want you to listen to what Michael Rubin said in that briefing that happened some few days ago. That briefing is one of its kind in the history of Biafra freedom. That briefing is one of its kind.
In Paris, it's based in places like Abuja and Lagos. The fact of the matter is, and for that matter, Yaoundé as well. The fact of the matter is that we are witnessing a second wave of decolonization in Africa right now. Biafra Amazonia, Somaliland are at the front line of a struggle for freedom, religious freedom, as well as simply personal, economic freedom, political freedom. The fact of the matter is, though, when we talk about that front line of colonialism, Biafra, Amazonia,
Michael Rubin want you to understand that the issue of Biafra came about because pogrom of the Nigerian government against the Biafran people. Michael Rubin wants the world to understand that time has come for the world to recognize Biafra as a nation, to recognize Biafra in order to Biafra to govern its territories and protect its people. How did Michael Rubin come about this? It is because of the meetings and the actions and activities of the Biafran Republic government in exile and our Prime Minister APM in relation to Biafran restoration through the lobbies, the attorneys in Washington, D.C. And that is why you see what is happening. The world is now aware of Biafran issue, and people like Michael Rubin are speaking freely about Biafra. That is a very big achievement for BRGIE, a very big achievement for our APM. Even before now, our leader told you that anytime the issue of Biafra is mentioned, people will stand up and walk away. But now, those people that were walking away now are now coming to listen about Biafra. They are now talking about Biafra. They are now having meetings to discuss about way forward for a brief Biafran nation. That is the reason why we should now join hands and support our APM and support our government to make sure that Biafra is recognized, to make sure that Biafra issue global. Of course, Biafra issue is going global, but we will continue to push. We will continue to do the needful to support the Biafran Republic government in exile, to support our APM for the recognition of Biafra, as well as the Biafran Defense Forces for the liberation of Biafra. Once again, I want you to listen to our lobbyists speaking for Biafra.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal.
Our lobby said he has an interest in Africa, and he have found a very worthy interest in Biafra. Please, I want you to join me on the studio and make your own contribution, or you call the line on the screen and make your own contribution as well. Very, very important.
Co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence is a just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. We can't promise because the politics is not a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is not always served, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people. And at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim. And it's honor to be working with you on this, and we appreciate your lending your support to someone of your prestige and stature.
I understand the voice is breaking. The network is not friendly at all, but we will continue. I want us to understand that our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere has been doing marvelously well in Washington, D.C. And we must continue to support him. We must continue to support our government so that we can sustain the peace that we have in our land, so that we can sustain the tranquility that we have in Biafra land. We must continue to support our APM for that peace to continue in our land. Very, very important.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him,
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning, my brother David.
Welcome to the questionnaire. I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, my brother. I can't stop thanking you for the wonderful job you have.
Thank you. You are live. Oh. You are speaking to Biafrans. Go ahead, Mazi. You are live and Biafrans are listening. Go ahead.
It's like the network is bad.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Like I said, actually, I will go straight to the point, my brother. You're doing a wonderful job. You know, we have a wonderful people. Biafra is a nation that we have all it takes to relate ourselves. Excuse me. We have what it takes to restore our nation. But the only problem is that a lot of emotions has been going around and ignorance has been killing our people because we allow ourselves to be in the mess that we are today. Because if not, we cannot say that we do not understand what is happening. But the evil ones, the criminals, because all the politicians in our land, they are criminals.
Exactly.
They are bloodsuckers. They are bloodsuckers. They are the fathers that sells their children just because of the selfishness of what they are going to eat. They don't deserve to live because what they are doing is that they don't even think about other people's children. They understand what is going on very well. They know everything that is happening. They are the one that we are supposed to be our shadow. But what they are doing is that they are selling us out. Our leader, MNK, is where he is today because of these evil men in our land. We are still where we are today because of these evil men. The more we fight to restore our nation, to do the right thing, the more they try to take us back, and they don't see the dangers that is coming. I just don't know, my brother. But the only thing I will say is that our people, it only takes truth to possess them. It might take time, but when the more you are resilient, the more you never give up, the more you have the willpower to be speaking the truth and be going on. They are watching. Okay, they are watching. They are seeing everything that is happening. It might take time, but truth will always prevail because the only strength we have is truth. And it's only truth that will restore Biafra, not lies. Not lies. We can never restore Biafra with lies because Nigeria has made our people, majority of our people, to be taken. You see human beings behaving like less than animals. And you are just asking yourself, why should this be happening? So my brother, the only thing I will say is that keep preaching the word. Keep talking to our people. Keep letting them know the truth. They will always come around. They will always know the truth. At the end of the day, this Biafra we will get. This our nation we will restore. We are not going to leave it for the next generation. It is we that have to finish this job because it's a job that is just. It's a job that is a must. It's a job that has to do with our life. It's either we get Biafra or we all perish. That's all I can say for now. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Doing what you're doing best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our brother Afam, for that wonderful submission of yours. One thing very, very important that our people should know, just like you said, we cannot carry over the suffering that we are suffering to the next generation. No. We cannot allow our children or our children's children, their generation, to suffer what we are suffering. in that contraption called Nigeria. No. That is why everybody have to come out and fight for our freedom. If you love your children, if you love your generation, and if you want your children to live in a sane society, free from terrorism, free from harassment, free from terrorism and slavery, you have to come out now and support the freedom of your people. Very, very important. This is not the time to say, oh, there is a people that are fighting it, so therefore you are not going to join. Even if you don't want to be outspoken, even if you don't want to belong to the government, even if you don't want to be part of the media, at least you can support by your donation to the Biafran Defense Forces. You can support by your donation to the BRGIE for our recognition. You can remain anonymous while you are supporting our freedom. It doesn't mean that everybody have to show his face. It doesn't mean that everybody have to be known like our leader, our prime minister, or our APM. No. Everybody is choosing for a task. Our leader sign. There is division of labor. You may be wherever you are, and you are supporting the freedom of your people. This is how it should be, and not staying on the fence or leaving this job for a certain group of people. Because at the end of the day, this freedom is not only for our APM, it is not only for our leader, it is not only for our prime minister, but it's for the totality of the Biafran nation, over 80 million Biafrans worldwide. That is the reason everybody must come on board to support what we are doing, because we are not going to carry over this suffering to the next generation. Very, very important. I thank you so much, our brother Afam, for that wonderful submission. So Biafrans, you have opportunity to make your own submission. Call on the line on the screen, plus 258 S756 92392, and make your own contribution. Very, very important. Or you click the link on the studio and join us live and make your own contribution as well.
And I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria Terrorist Army, Nigeria Terrorist State Police, and every arm-carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed, because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. Look at the northeast, northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on a daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day. Take a look in the middle belt, where Nigeria is breeding. There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp. And many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land
and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan for them to reclaim their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out.
Do all we have to do not to fail in the war of media. It is very important that each and every individual should be a media. See something, say something, give our people information. We have honest people, our people are smart, but sometimes those who are in the rural area, in the village, the information don't get to them. They believe in what is being told by them because these enemies, these criminal politicians in our land, they never want the Biafra to come because they know that once Biafra is here, all these calamities, taboos that they are committing in our lands, they will have no privilege, they will have no room, they will not even be in the affair of Biafra. So they do whatever they do to make sure that anything like Biafra is not being heard or being issued or said about anywhere. It is very important also that our people should understand very well that the more we play ignorant, the more we try to fight for Biafra not to come, the more we delay not to support our each and every sensible individual, or you call yourself a human being that can reason, that even if you say that you are not educated academically, that does not mean that you cannot ask questions, that you cannot seek for information to understand who is really doing what and who is right and not wrong, because whatever Brgie is doing is an open place. It's not hidden. So if you are saying you are standing on the fence that you don't know where to go, can't you ask questions? Ask yourself, what has this Brgie done? What have these other people do? Where is the result? Because it is open. You understand? So sometimes when people make me to understand that people are being deceived, I don't buy that idea. Rather, I want people to have the information. That is why I say truth is the power. Because when our people sees the truth, understand that here is where the truth are, they follow it up. That is why I want everyone to understand that the more we are delaying this, like I said before, the more the calamity that will come to our land will be getting higher. Because I will give you the reason, my brother. Nigerian terrorist government, many countries that is afraid of America will not sell arms to them. America too will not sell arms to them because of what Brgie, our AP, also our LPPM is pursuing and doing in the Capitol Hill. So they will not get arms from them. Then the next option they have is this play that they are playing, and people are being fools without understanding what is going on. Like you will tell me that the so-called ISWAP and the terrorists, they will go to barracks, to the army camp, to army barracks. They will go and defeat the armies and cater away with many ammunitions. Not that they don't have ammunition. My brother, do we understand what it is for you to be a military? because this is what they have been told to do. And people cannot understand this. And when they run away, the so-called terrorists, they gather away all these ammunitions. And what are they using it for? This is what they are using, that they are preparing to come down to Biafra land, because they know that Biafra land is the only threat that they have. And whatever they are preparing is what they are preparing to go down to Biafra land. And this is one thing our people should understand. But I don't know why ignorance have made our people. We see the truth, but we cannot go there. That is why I want our people to understand that if you are waiting or expecting that the so-called Nigeria is going to be better for one day, I mean, I will call you, I will say you are a fool. Because since that place called Nigeria is being created till this year, maybe let's say 60 years, tell me that thing that was bad and later becomes better. If you are a man of 60 years and you have nothing to show, when can you be able to do something? You wasted your youthful years, you wasted all the strength you have, you could not be able to fix something up. Is it at 70 you're going to fix it up? So, if you are waiting or thinking that Nigeria will be better, I say you are a joke and you're not worthy to be called a human being. This is all I will say for now. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, man, for that wonderful submission. Our people should rise up and understand that this is the time for them to fight for their freedom. If you are staying on the fence, you are not doing yourself or your generation, you are not doing them any good. Everybody should rise up at this particular time to support the activities of Brgie and our APM in fighting for the liberation of our land. Nobody will say that he or she doesn't know where our government is representing Biafra on. Everybody knows that in Washington, D.C., Brgie is the only government recognized all over the world to fight for Biafra. Everybody knows what the Prime Minister stands for when he was here. Everybody knows that our APM was directly working with our Prime Minister before our Prime Minister was arrested or called for questioning. Everybody also knows that the APM is also standing gidigbang with our Prime Minister. So nobody should say he doesn't know where to support. If you are staying on the fence, you actually know what you are doing. You don't want to support the freedom of your people. Thank you, our brother Afam, for that wonderful submission. This is the time for us to come out in mass, put our resources together, and support our government for our freedom. Freedom is very, very costly, and that is why we need a Gemma in the morning, we need a Gemma in the afternoon, we need a Gemma in the night in order to make sure that we fund the liberators of our land. We fund the volunteers who are standing and protecting our territories, our women and children, so that Nigeria will never breed in Biafra land. The only places Nigeria is breeding in the west. Nigeria is breeding in the north. But in Biafra land, Nigeria can never breed. Why? Because we have the Biafran Defense Forces that will prevent Nigeria from breeding in our land, that will prevent Nigeria for destroying our people, that will prevent calamity, terrorism from happening in Biafra land. So Nigeria can never breed in Biafra land. And for that to happen, you as a Biafran have to come out and support the Biafran Defense Forces and support our government through your funding or your special IOU loan. And we will continue to delegitimize the terrorists in our land. And eventually we are going to be free from that terrorist enclave called Nigeria. Thank you so much, Afam. That was a wonderful submission of yours. Biafrans, rise up. The time is now because we are free to fight for our freedom, and our freedom is here. Rise up and speak. Rise up and fight. Rise up and support your freedom. Thank you so much, Afam. Yes, more calls, and the studio is there. You can join us on the studio and make your contribution as well. One thing is certain, we will not allow Nigeria to breed in our territory anymore. We can never allow Nigeria
out of their own land
to breed.
Nigeria is breed. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him, and I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm-carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people.
Chichi, good morning from here and welcome to the questionnaire. Can you hear me? Chichi, can you hear me? Welcome to the questionnaire. Chichi, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Good morning.
Chichi,
Good morning.
we can't hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please wait. Just hold on. Somebody is on the line. After him, you can speak, okay?
Okay.
Our daddy PMO, good morning from here and welcome to the questionnaire, sir. Daddy PMO, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead. Welcome. We can hear you, sir. If you can come close to your device. Okay, speak. Okay, I'm now in this. Am I coming out now? Yes, you are. Go ahead, sir. All right. You see, I want to use this opportunity to thank all the Biafrans that are sacrificing whatever they have to support the defense of Biafra land and our lobbyists, our international lawyers, both in Finland and in Washington, D.C. You see, the network. And those who are hiding themselves behind the windows, they should know that Biafra is really here. It's not a joke. God is at work. And He, Almighty God, is using our APM, on behalf of our Prime Minister Simon Eba to achieve this goal. What is going on now in the world? If everyone can listen to the speech of Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America yesterday, you can see that President Trump, he reserved some comments in some certain things. That's country. When I say Elisa Biafrans, you know Elisa.
want to say that. I don't want to. It's just like I don't want to expose it. It's just it's something behind that is going on and is going to happen. So when I say Eliza, the children of Eliza, the land of Elizabeth. So let me call it direct. These people, they made the announcement they are trying to recognize Palestinians in order to harm, to disgrace America. But America has something for them. America have decided, because of that comment, to take away the feeding bottle of the people of Elizabeth from their mouth. And that feeding bottle of the children of Elizabeth, the country called Elizabeth, is what? Nothing but the resources that's coming from Biafra land. So America is having a comment that they know what to do. America can hand over their parliament, their law-making chamber, to Biafra government in exile, Brgie, and His Excellency the APM of Biafra. And tell them, go here and lay your complaint, tell the whole world what you are affecting, and tell God the whole world what you want. That is exactly what happened.
Exactly.
After you tell the whole world your problems and how you have suffered for ages up to today, then leave the rest for us. This is America. They said leave the rest for them. That conference, that visit in American lawmaking chamber is the handwork of everyone. I've not seen that Biafra is real and is here. That person must be a useless person. I'm saying this because of those people who think that Biafra is joking. That is a sad play. That is not a story. They should know that Biafra is real. And the result is coming. Mark today's date that I said it. In few months to come, Biafra, our APM in the House of Senate, officially, I'm talking to the senators and the House of Representatives in America, in Washington, D.C. And the next step is Trump to sign and make it official that America has recognized Biafra. I said that God is at work. God's work. If any person is hiding himself not to contribute something to support the Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Defense Forces, not as if like that person will have himself to be blamed very soon. And we are in records. For those who have been contributing and continue contributing, I pray that God will continue to bless them. And at the same time, I'm feeling to those who are hiding themselves to come out and freedom of your people, your own freedom. So my speech today is to advise Biafrans, and I will continue saying it everywhere I go, what I just say now, because I can see Biafra here. I can see the United States of America recognize Biafra in just few months. When I said few months, I didn't say a year. I said few months. And that is very soon. They have determined to take away the feeding bottle from the mouth of the people of Elizabeth. Thank you very much, my brother. Elizabeth, let everybody know, Biafrans should know which country is Elizabeth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead with I'm still listening. I'm on the way, the seaside here. Too much noise, too much wind is. But
Yeah.
I hope Biafra hear my voice. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Daddy BMO. Biafrans have heard your voice. That is the wonderful voice of BMO. He said it prophetically. In no distant time, Biafra will be recognized by the United States of America. And Ndebe Eliza, Agana Agba Agbo na Anyu Anyu. Who cares? What matters to us is our freedom. And our freedom we must get. Nothing is going to stop that. So if you have not been supporting, this is the time for you to come out and support. If you have not been donating, this is the time for you to donate. Very, very important. Chichi, you can call back and make your submission or make your contribution. Very, very important. People should understand that this is world politics that is in play. Don't expect America to just come down like that and say Biafra is recognized. No, there are some level playing grounds under which America will do that, and they are doing it behind the scene. After the climax, when they got to the climax, that is when Biafra will be now pronounced, and Oga shocked everybody. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister said, "You will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra." Yes, so that is how it's going to happen. And nothing can change that because Biafra have come to stay. Biafra is God's kingdom on this planet Earth. And nobody is going to stop Biafra from coming. But what we are going to stop from happening is stopping Nigeria from breeding in Biafran territory. That is a task that must be done. Everybody's hands must be on deck to stop Nigeria from breeding in Biafran territory. Very, very important. The lines are open. The studio is free. Join us and make your contribution. Umu Chineke.
And shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. Look at the northeast, northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on a daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day. Take a look in the Middle Belt, where Nigeria is breeding. There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp. And many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan for them to reclaim their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out of their own land. Nigeria is breeding in the Middle Belt. And that's the reason why we decided that the solution to sustain this security in our land is to make sure that Nigeria never breed. And that's what Simon Ekpa is leading. Thank you very much. May God bless you. December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me.
Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate every one of you who was part of this broadcast. I want you to continue to support our government, continue to support our freedom. Our freedom is very, very sacrosanct. We must continue to fight for our freedom until we are eventually free from the terrorist Nigerian state. I salute each and every one of you. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, try as much as possible to do so.
I said, I'm a canker nugget. I said, you can come naked. I'm not tickle the upper wiggle. Money the upper wiggle. Want to live with neck as you go. Like a bandila naba. See my baby, I feel back. To buy a phone for you. Baba Taco. Baba Taco. Don't look up on Anya. December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded of over 50 million.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and goodbye from here. Goodbye, Biafrans. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. See you tomorrow.